it should have been $3.50, but I remembered the price wrong. I collected $3.
Ah.
So then I went to Don, and and I got a percentage of this.
Sure.
So I was going to get like 50 cents each.
Okay, not bad.
Something like that, but or maybe 75 cents each or $1 each, whatever it was. But then it came out that I had asked the wrong price, and Don, instead of just taking it out of my commission, he said, "Well, we'll split the mistake, so I'll throw in another quarter because you lost 50 cents."
Yeah.
And of course, I was only 7, so he had to run that by me a couple times.
Well,
Why would I get an extra what?
Yeah.
So he made it clear. But he's a good, generous man.
Yeah, yeah.
So, a lot of people I work for wouldn't do that.
Yeah, yeah. Definitely. And at some point in Oakland, he bought a house and he put a gallery front and said, Clausen Gallery. What can you tell me about that, Eric?
Well, let's see. I don't know when he did that exactly. I do remember the family lived on Shattuck.
Yeah.
In the late 60s, and there was a flood. There was the creek that is now controlled. It runs kind of along the BART tracks. It came down. The creek came down like Shafter, and they lived right off the creek.
Okay.
And the creek swelled up. It was a horrible wet winter.
Yeah.
Lots of mudslides.
Yeah.
Like 1966, I think.
Yeah.
And my mom went by with all of us kids to check on Don's house. And maybe I don't know why, maybe he asked her to, maybe he was out of town.
Yeah.
And we got out, and Eric was with us.
Okay.
Eric and Renee were with us. So we went there, and some kids came out from behind Eric's house and said, it was obviously neighborhood kids, and said, "Hey Eric, there are kids swimming in your basement." So we go down in the bag, and the water is, it's like,
they got a pool down
to
there.
their navels,
Yeah.
and they're all diving in and swimming, and my mom looks and tells them to quickly get out of there. The house could collapse.
Yeah.
Doing what an adult should do.
Yeah.
1959.
Yeah.
Ruin everybody's fun.
Yeah, it was no fun, yeah.
But that wasn't the gallery, that's where they lived. So I don't think the gallery was affected. I don't think it got flooded. Now Claremont, right across from where he has coffee. Still.
Yeah, he still has coffee there.
That's where it was that picnic in 1966.
Okay.
When did you buy it?
1966.
In 66. Oh, a lot of the year of the flood. Wow. Yeah, see, now you can see that transition from the figurative to the abstract.
Yep. How do you think he influenced your life as an artist?
Well, not really.
Okay. Because you went to art school and then you would talk to him.
Yeah, but then I quickly realized I couldn't be an artist like Don.
Okay.
So maybe I suppose he influenced me as an example of how it could be done.
Okay.
But I didn't find enough. It was just too. It wasn't enough for me. I couldn't sit in the studio all day and make art with the hope of selling it.
Yeah.
Too quickly, I began to ask myself, what the hell is this for? Why am I doing this?
Sure.
When I do it, it has to come through the back door in my life.
Yeah.
And I can do it in little bits and pieces. I can do it, with a commitment.
Yeah.
But still, it has to come differently.
Okay.
And as a builder, I can work it into my work sometimes.
Yeah.
Do things that like a helper of mine once drilled a big hole for the handle of a door on the wrong side of the door. It was off, it was on the software, so he got confused. I've done it myself. And he just stopped from breaking through. So there was just a 2 1/8 hole on the wrong part of the door.
Okay.
So I made a patch of a rabbit over this hole. The customers got all upset.
Yeah.
But then I made the patch and I was a big hero.
Oh, wow.
So I'll work it in as I can.
So did he ask you because I was using the Marines, did he always tell you all these old salt stories from the Marines?
No, I didn't.
He didn't tell you
Well,
that sort of stuff?
he and I weren't friends in the way. I'm sure my dad would.
Because he was like 30 years older than you or so, or
20.
20 years older.
And my dad's 31 years older, Don's 21 years old.
Okay.
Exactly 10 years younger than my dad. I do remember talking to him at the Med on Telegraph where he used to have coffee with the group every morning until they banned smoking there.
Yeah.
I remember him talking about working in a steel mill at night and going to school in the day.
Okay.
And just saying, yeah, you know, young, you just have all this energy.
So did Don grow up somewhere else besides? I don't know.
Yeah,
Steve is
was
around
that
here.
wet?
Oh yeah, no, it was around here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Not anymore, yeah, they just moved elsewhere.
Yeah, it wasn't too long ago. I mean, I had to go down and order some rebar at a mill down in West Oakland.
Okay.
But it's not there now. The country's in decline.
Yeah, different industry.
Oh, it's falling apart. But basically, just I had the impression that he lived a pretty hard life there.
Yep.
He did have a GI Bill.
Yeah.
Like,
So what did he do with the GI Bill?
that's when he went to art school. He went to
He went to art school
Georgia
with the
Pratt.
GI Bill. Okay.
Yeah, and that's where Georgie Katsanos was his advisor. And,
Okay.
and I knew a lot of my high school
And you know what
teacher.
techniques they learned there? 'Cause
Well, he certainly could paint.
Yeah.
He did a lot of realistic
Sure.
painting.
Yeah.
However, at that time, you know, all the new painting
Yeah.
came out of the modern era.
Yeah. Just have the physical
Kandinsky's and Pollock and
Yeah, action painting.
Barnett Newman and all this stuff. You know. It was holding sway, and I think that he, sticking with realism, had to fight against a certain time.
Sure.
But at Arts and Crafts, there were some very good draftsmen and painters
Yeah.
who were realistic.
Okay.
In fact, he really loved the Professor Ralph Bohr.
Rough.